Hey everybody, it's Chugga Conroy. Welcome back to more Xenoblade Chronicles. Last time, we entered the lava caves here on Valak Mountain, opened the way to the Heroic Chapel, got some answers from Alvis, and discovered that the way to Sword Valley is just beyond the tower. This time, before we go, well, beyond the tower, there are a few places I would like to go first. Now, this is not me just needlessly backtracking or randomly choosing to do side quests because we have, you know, a point in the story where there isn't a whole lot going on for the time being. This is just that magma rock that we got last time. There are a few places around Valak Mountain that have opened up that we could not go to before, now that we have it, so I want to go around and show those. And I do have to say, I like how things have come together. If you recall, we actually saw Valak Mountain back in that cutscene when we saw how where Dixon discovered Shulk. He actually was walking into that tower. It was actually a place that we could go to, so that was not just some random area that was made for a cutscene that you can't actually go to in gameplay. It actually was that. I also have to say that I do like how Shulk not really remembering his parents is because he was like 3 years old at the time of the expedition. It's not like some amnesia plot where the main character doesn't remember anything about themselves. No, Shulk just grew up in Colony 9. He just doesn't remember his parents, and he thought the Monado was basically a gift from them. Simple as that. I like that. It's kind of nice to see that. I mean, I wouldn't say this game doesn't fall into any of the JRPG tropes, though, but it definitely doesn't, like, fall for all of the cliches, or even most of them, I have to say. Anyway, Ether Crystal Deposit right here. You know, I guess you can get that if you want to, now that you have the Magma Rock. No reason not to. I mean, it's free Ether Crystals. But, more importantly... Wow, that was a really big voice crack. Holy crap. Even for my standards, that was pretty bad. I want to go back to Zockhead Pass, and if you were looking at the map, there was an Ether Crystal Deposit here as well. And I just kind of want to hug the northern wall over here, because this is something I don't think you want to miss, and it is kind of easy to miss. In fact, I remember that on my first playthrough, I didn't really find this at all, personally, so I don't know, maybe you found it, maybe you didn't. I don't know what I'm trying to say here. Really what I'm wanting to say is that when you go around this corner, there is indeed an ice wall just like the other one. Let's go up to it, and let's touch the rock to it. There we go. So we could not go here the first time that we were passing by Zockhead Pass, and should we go over this way, not only do we have an Ether Crystal Deposit, but the path branches off into 2 different ways. We discover Sarek Waterfall here. Gonna go ahead and grab these. Oh, I get 3, okay. Got all those. And unfortunately, despite this being a frozen waterfall, it's not all slippery and slidey. I know, it's disappointing. We're gonna go down the frozen waterfall a little bit further, because if we do that, I can lose some of my health, sure. Come on. We discover the Apis Lair. Now, we need to get those Apis gold nuggets for that material quest that we got back in Frontier Village. Remember the really trolly one where material quest 3 would not appear until you had access to Valak Mountain? Yeah. The Apis you need to hunt are right here. In fact, the Lazio Apis. Man, Hoenn confirmed, right guys? Just gonna pop up on like the Bionis arm or something. I don't wanna— Whoa! Oh, Frostglass. Yeah, I think I got this in an earlier part. I think it was actually 2 episodes ago. The reason why I'm seeing this twice is because I had to quit without saving then to record the other Roots of the Heart-to-Heart, so yeah, sorry about that. Now, you can kill the Apis here and you can get the Apis gold nuggets that you need for that quest, but I don't want to do that. Instead, I wanted to skip travel back to Zockhead Pass so that I could get back up here to the Zarek Waterfall. Now, my reason for doing this is that it would take a really long time to walk around to get back here if that was any indication, so I wanted to skip travel. I kind of don't like having to fall down that waterfall. Now, here comes the fun stuff. We've discovered the Egiel mountain range. Wow, if this constitutes for a mountain range, that's kind of sad. Just look at it. I mean, it's just a bunch of little rocks. Anyway, the important thing is, we have some ice! Yes, we are going to kick some ice! Stay cool, bird boy! I don't know! Ah! Whoa! The hell? What the? What?
Sorry.
Oh my god, Shulk! Oh my, what the hell? How did that even happen? Okay, I'm sorry if I seem a little hysterical, but I've never seen that before. I didn't even know I could fly off in that direction. That was absolutely amazing. If there was ever a reason to show that Xenoblade ice physics are the greatest thing in the world, that was it. And the thing is, I think the developers were fully aware of how crazy their ice physics were, because you know why? We have a ramp ahead. Yeah. let's just get on this thing. For those of you that have watched Steven vlog, you might recognize the location because gameplay-wise, this is one of my favorite locations and one of the places I always show friends in this game. Let's just run off of this and jump! We are flying! Look at us, we are just going and splat! No, this is actually climbing material. You are intended to run off of that and grab onto that wall. That is pretty cool. Yeah, so the developers were definitely in the know of how crazy their ice physics were. Loads of item orbs here on Valak Peak, wow. But, more importantly than those, check it out. This is Zayn. Remember him and his buddy Kural who left Alchemoth to go to Valak Mountain? Yeah, here they are. But rather than save him, we're gonna trade with him.
Are you that?
Oh, you wanna trade? He seems fine. Doesn't really seem to have much of a problem with it. The reason why I want to do that is because he actually has the Oppie's gold nuggets that we need for that material quest, and this is just faster than killing all those monsters to get every individual one, so let's go ahead and trade with him. Is this what I think it is? I suppose I better give you something in return. Well, take it then. Get an Antol sleeping bag. I didn't know that they made sleeping bags for Antols. Do they have, like, 8 limbs and stuff? That's all 5 of them. We get 10,000 gold for that, no experience, though, no big deal. It's just a generic quest that we can very easily complete, and after trading with him 5 times, I think we are going to talk to him to proper save him. So cold, so tired, I can't go on. You seemed fine just about 3 seconds ago, though. Starting to feel so relaxed. Huh? What are you doing here? Someone asked you to come and help me? Sorry about all this. I never imagined things would ever turn out like this. Thanks for taking the trouble to come all the way here. I really appreciate it. So he just leaves. Yeah, we didn't, like, help him or anything. Maybe we gave him rations? I don't really get it, though, but yeah. He was in trouble here, we talked to him, and he just left. Couldn't have just done that on his own. But if we keep going down the path, we have Kural. And indeed, I want to trade with him.
Yes?
You want to trade at a time like this? Yeah, I like that text a lot. Now, the reason why I wanted to trade with him is because this guy has a really interesting item. It might not look like it right here, these all look like really standard items, but should you overtrade with him, something really, really cool happens. You will get a super remote item.
I see.
You're giving me this? Looks like I came out on top. And he overtrades with you. He gives you Mumkar's Razor. That is really, really random. I don't know what he is doing with that. I don't really get it at all. Yeah. Why there's such strong monsters here. It's crazy. It doesn't make any sense. Who's there? My eyes are blurry. I can't see too well. But your voice seems familiar. Ah, it's you. Have you come to save us? Thank you so much. We didn't think we'd make it. And he just leaves. Again, overly dramatic. But yes. As you can see, the quest log is updated, and we have to return to Muriel and Alchemoth. We'll talk to her next time that we go to that area. Now, that item, Mumkar's Razor, you can only obtain that by overtrading with Kural during this quest. There is no other way to get it. It's not a collectible or anything, so you don't need it for completion or anything like that, so don't worry. It's not like some jerkishly hidden item or anything like that. It's just there. It doesn't actually do anything, it's just a material that isn't used for anything. It's really strange that that's there, and I don't see it noted very often on the internet that that thing even exists. In fact, if you talk to him just one time before trading with him, he goes away and he will not trade that item when he's an Alchemoth. But, 3 Stage Summit, secret area. Yeah, I didn't want to get too sidetracked there. We have some ruins that look like Prison Island once again. We have Glorious Slabos, Final Marcus, and another Glorious Slabos. Yeah, you want to be careful when walking through here, to say the least. I do have to say, I do like how they have glowing crystals on their body, just like Valak Mountain itself. But if you recall, this area was foreshadowed. Those Hyantia over by Alvis's pod told us to steer clear of this area. Now we see why. Should we go beyond here? We have what seems to be more Giants ruins. Yes, Ancient Giants Door. There are 3 slots on this door, and it's sealed. We'll have to figure out just what this is for later, because there's nothing that we can do here. But should you want to keep going on, there is this little entrance here. I can't believe I haven't gotten noticed yet. Knowing my luck in these videos, I thought I was going to get noticed the second I set foot here. We can jump down into a great big pool of hypothermia. Splash! And then Should we get large handcuffs? I don't know how these things are floating in the water. We can go on this. We'll slide down it. That view. So pretty. I like how Shulk is like perfectly still, by the way. Alright, so we go down there, and as you can see, the jacked gazer is right ahead of us. So we've kind of come full circle. For now, after I showed just like all those different routes that you can take, I think I just want to skip travel back over to the tower and we can now move on. I think we're good to go. Switch Melee into the party just so we can have even higher damage going on. I don't think I really need Ricky for now. We are a little bit over-leveled, admittedly, though, so you might not feel the same way. I am level 49, which is a perfectly good level for Valak Mountain specifically. I did say that there was going to be one place where it might feel like I'm a little bit too over-leveled, and this was what I was talking about, but don't worry. The segment of me being kind of over-leveled will probably be coming to an end soon-ish, just because there were a lot of things that opened up before Valak Mountain. There were quite a few things for us to do here, and, well, you know, I'm only like one level higher than I would ideally like to be, so I guess it's not too bad. I guess I really shouldn't beat myself up over it all that much, but yeah. Anyway, we're gonna be going on the tower, if it was any indication before. I've been walking for the past few minutes, and I hate these birds! So, what is this thing called? It's Astral... Atomizic Enzel. Okay, that's a really strange name you got there, buddy. Yeah, I hate these birds. They are like the ones in Satoral Marsh, where they are flying above you, like, everywhere. They have such good eyesight. They see you from so far away. If you want to avoid them, I would suggest equipping some aerial cloak gems. But, seriously, they're just... I hate them so much. On a more positive note, I like how the Hista Aries have, their horns glow just like all the crystals around here. I think that's really nice. I like it when the enemies, like, really blend in with their surroundings like that. Kind of like the Upas in Satoral Marsh, how they look like item orbs, like in the water, but they're actually monsters under the water. I don't know, I just kind of like that. We have Ignea Hill. I almost said Ignea Hill, speaking of Satoral Marsh, Ignas. And we have even more of these damn birds. Hate them so much. Black Ash, okay. Let's just go down. I don't even care that I get hurt. I'm going to get fully healed in a few seconds anyway. And, should we keep going? I want to head over to that tower in the distance and... Oh! Okay. I was hoping I'd get to talk about this. I didn't think it was going to happen now, though. This is blizzard weather. This is a type of weather that can only occur on Valak Mountain. All the crystals that light up the night turn off, and you just get this really blue, cold aura. More powerful monsters will come out in the blizzard, and in fact, later on, there will be some ruthlessly strong enemies that will come out during this blizzard. We'll be getting into that when we get to that, but yeah, it is, you want to proceed with extreme caution when this weather is in effect. Go up to the Noful Tower, and learn your skill. In fact, while learning that, I think I've realized that Dunban has maxed out his skill tree. I think it's probably been like that for a little while. I know he was close to it. Sorry if you were pointing that out in the comments and I hadn't done it. Yeah, I guess he'd maxed out a skill tree for a while, but I guess it works out all just as well. He'll switch him over to Prudence Areas a while ago. This ability, Inner Peace. Always active, greatly increases agility with no armor equipped. Increases it by 30%. So, I want to talk about that just after I mentioned that you want to discover this tower because there are no skip travel points for a really long time after this, though, so you definitely want to discover this for convenience sake. Now, that ability, Inner Peace... That sounds really nice. Equip no armor, get 30% agility increase on Dunban. This is known as the Naked Dunban strategy by a lot of people. Sorry to all the Dunban fangirls out there, but I don't like the Naked Dunban strategy, quite frankly. Really, all you have to do is just do simple math by taking Dunban's agility stat with no equipment and then times that by 0.3 to see how much of an increase you're getting. When you compare that to how good the agility 4 gems and things like that are, or heck, even like further agility gems than that, it just isn't more than what you would get from having gems on him anyway. And it's like, by having armor, you increase more stats than just agility, so... Personally, I just prefer to put agility gems on him. You get more points that way. We have another thick ice wall here. If we go inside, there is a side quest. Unfortunately, all this ice is fake. It doesn't actually slip and slide, I know. Screw you, imposter ice, I wanted to have fun in here. This quest is Charla's, believe it or not. Help come at last! Me messed up and Chilkins catched me. Remember how, Dediba, I think it was, or no, Dakuku? What was his name? Crap, Dakuku, yes. Remember how Dakuku, said that he had a Nopon researcher that, went out and got lost? He was messing with Chilkins and hasn't come back? Yeah, it seems like we have found him at last. So, all those Nopon researchers we were saving, he seemed to not even care about. It was only this one that he really wanted saved. Oh no, this is time that guards come every day. Could it be that the exit was blocked? It looks like we came along at a bad time. But there's no way you lose to them. Chilkins won't let me get away. Get rid of them so they know can come after me. We have bad timing. I don't know why, I really like that quest name. But yes, this is very important. You want to do this quest. Just letting you know. It might not seem too terribly important. Wow, draw distance. Holy crap. Look. Okay, never mind. But I don't mean to get too distracted from all these Chilkins. It's kind of funny, though, because a few videos ago I was kind of saying that I don't see it when people say this game looks awful visually, and I guess I should give more clarification on that. For a game that was released in 2009 on a system that was only capable of 480p output, I'm not really expecting it to look like games released today is more so what I meant. It's just like, for what it is, I think it looks fine, and I think that the style that they chose for it does look really good for what they had. And on top of that, I've said already that whoever directed those cutscenes and whoever did the cinematography and all that, really just, they did a really good job for what they had available to them. They definitely could have done a lot worse than what they did. No, Ricky is dazed. Let's get him up, because I don't want all these enemies on Charlotte and Melia. That's kind of bad. Well, I guess to be fair, they are only level 41. They are kind of weak enemies, even if I wasn't doing side quests and things like that. So, yeah, let's just... come here. Daze him. Okay, now. I like how dramatic Charlotte says, like, activate the chain attack! Alright, Melia. Do it! Ooh, what do I want to do here? I'm gonna go for a red. I didn't get to do Charlotte's headshot. Charlotte's headshot is actually really dangerous if you can do it during a chain attack. I will say that that is one thing that is definitely good about her. Let's raise tension a little bit further, and these two have got a chain attack going. Just like the Tyrkins that we saw in Bionis, like Chilkins can do chain attacks as well. Just pretty much any enemy that looks even remotely like a Tyrkin seems to be able to do it. I don't really have anything to do, so I'm just gonna cool off. You can see the animation pretty up close because we're in like a little cave area. Alright, are you guys gonna... Okay, good. Jeez. See, her damage output is just... I get it that she's the healer. I get that. I'm not holding that against her because she is the healer, but it just... The role of the dedicated healer, as I've said before, just isn't that important. At least not in this game. In most RPGs, it would be important, but Charlotte just has the unfortunate reality of being a healer in Xenoblade Chronicles. Ooh! Ricky. Why don't you bash him on the head? Ow! Don't know why I'm so amused by that.
Okay, let's get going. Let us remain vigilant.
What does this have for us? Aged Chilkin hair. Okay. And, buddy, you know that you can go now, right? I know how to thank you. That second time you helped me. Good, it was our pleasure. Friends did it! We the bestest! Chilkin's weak lately? There might be a reason for that. Oh yeah, I know I've time to hang out around here chatting. I need to meet up with my friends and tell them my information. Top secret information about Chilkins. So he heads back into the Nopon camp. I don't want to follow him back there, but just know that we will be following up with them a little bit later. I just kind of wanted to grab this guy while we happen to be in the area. And wow, Ricky is level 50. Holy crap, man. We are gaining experience like crazy here. Maybe we will actually be a little bit over-leveled. Shulk is barely not level 50. I want to switch in Dunban, I think. Yeah, I think that sounds really good. Alright. So, now that we got the party back together that I wanted to have, and, yeah, we helped out that Nopon, we are really close to the way to Sword Valley if the Great Crazy Taxi Arrow is any indication, so let's keep going on the path with our party the way it is, and let's just see exactly what we find. I'm talking like we're almost there. We're actually quite a ways away even still. We have like 200 to go. Oh, wait, never mind. Misleading arrow is misleading.
That Mekon. It is you. Hey, that's Fiora!
Young heir to the Monado. We meet again.
Fiora!
Fiora? Is that my name? Then you know this body?
So it's true. You really don't remember us at all. Fiora, listen! If nothing else, you must remember your family. That's Dunban over there.
Family. There is family. Wielder of the Monado. There is a matter I must speak to you about.
Fiora! What was that? Metalface. Stay alert.
You killed my father!
Get him! Get away from her!
Now, let's all calm down. If I slip, I might mess up her hair.
You.
You're disgusting!
Would you be so kind and hand over that dangerous toy you have? I could take it after I smash you all to a pulp. But we wouldn't want that, would we?
All right. You can have it. But only if you let her go.
There's a good boy. Always eager to please, Shulk.
But you're...
How's it going, Dunban?
Is that...
Munkar. I thought it might be, but you're to blame for all this.
I can't tell you how badly I wanted this sword. Has this puny boy even figured out how it works yet? What are you willing to do? Would you even kill a Homs to beat us?
You dare ask that of us? Why did you betray us to Mekonis? Why did you kill our friends at the colony? Why?
You wanna know? Because it's your home.
You piece of...
Stay where you are. That thing works by remote. So unless you want me to put a hole in her neck... So what's it to be, weaklings? Grovel at my feet and beg?
We will not bow to you!
Will you hit bad guy in face?
You'll pay for that, princess!
You're a traitor, Munkar, and you're not getting away.
So begins our next encounter with Metalface, who we now know as Mumkar. Getting this started, we already have the party that I want for this of Dunban, Melia, and Shulk. I don't mean to take away from what's going on here, but personally, I don't like this encounter with Metalface. Don't get me wrong, Metalface is a really fun villain. I love watching him. He is a joy to see on screen. He's one of those guys that I love to hate. But this is my one encounter with Metalface that I just don't care for. The reason being is that I thought it was very clear that Mumkar was Metalface for some time now. I suspected it when he first talked, and it was confirmed for me on Prison Island when Dunban's like, oh, he moves just like, and then it cuts out. So, to me, the player knows that Mumkar is Metalface for a long time. And then hours later, the party finds out, and you're just kind of waiting for them to catch up. And it just, in a game that is always so ahead of you and uses foreshadowing to its advantage, it's so odd to have this one moment where it feels like the characters are just behind the player in what's going on. But I will give it credit, Mumkar's character design is just a mechon, is so creepy. Just what's happened to his face and how mechanized he looks now, really good. Anyway, about this fight, Mumkar does a lot of damage and he has the ability to inflict Blaze, so Blaze Defense might be your friend here, even though I didn't really recommend it all that much. You might want to equip it here if it's giving you trouble. Let's do a chain attack, starting off with a backslash, and then of course I want to go for the elemental discharge. Let's do that. Unfortunately not too much damage because it wasn't a summoned bolt. And Dunban, let's go for the worldly slash. And oh, fourth attack. Okay, I know what I want to, well, actually, do I know what I want to do here? This is a bit of a, oh boy, that's a bit of a gamble doing the Monado Buster, but you know what? I want to do it. Damn! Oh, and I missed it! Okay, we need to KO him before he does this. Okay, let's do this. Let's go for the backslash of those defenses down, and See? Come on. Oh no, he's gonna get to do Fiery Pain. Oh! Stopped it! Gamble really paid off.
You fought beside me! At Sword Valley! Why did you change sides? Why the Mekon?
You're as blind as you were then. I've wanted you dead for years!
What's happening?
Is the Bionis moving?
I wanted to get to Monado so I could be the new hero!
Is that it? That's the puerile reason you killed all those innocent people! Ravaged our home!
I love this body! The power! Gunbands, you'll never win! Get on your knees and worship me!
Never. I will strike you down and all that you have become, you wretched fool. The Monado will stop you, and then you will know the shame of all that you have done, traitor!
Shut your mouth and come on!
That light!
What the?
It's not like the other Mekon.
You are right, heir to the Monado. This is the strongest Mekon ever built. Controlled by me, Egiel, leader of Mekonis, an agent of Mayneth.
Leader of Mekonis. So you're the one who controls the Mekon.
I am he. We fight to free the world from the tyranny of the Bionis.
Why? Why do you trap pawns in machines? What do you want from us? Why make us fight for you?
Your questions do not concern me. I must return with this one.
Fiora! Get your hands off her! Fiora!
If you want her, come and get her. You are more than welcome on Mekonis.
Come and visit any time, Dunban!
Munka! We're coming! And we won't give up!
Find us, Monado, Sword of the Bionis. We will meet you on the battlefield.
Fiora! We will find you! Fiora!